There's one thing between you and lunch, and that's me. A lot of changes, and accordingly, these changes are redefining who we are, where we're going, and how we get there. Right? The first thing we need to do is we need to have a proper mindset. We need to be great. We need to start by thinking we're great. And I know it's difficult because you have newspapers pumping all this fear into us, saying these are tough times, these are tough times, these are tough times. I got people coming up to me saying, Gus, 2009 is crazy, it's tough. You know, we should just live through 2009, see what happens in 2010, and perhaps 2011 will be better, right? We gotta cope up with this negativity. It's tough times, man. No. I refuse to be submissive to that. I refuse to be a victim in all this negativity. I refuse to be a hostage. The first thing we need to do is we need to step up, take personal responsibility, get out and make things happen. Don't let things control you. Don't let things make you, because you make things. You make it happen. You make it happen. Sometimes people come up to me after a seminar and say, Gus, you know, it's very inspiring what you said. I'm going to go and I'm going to make it happen, but I have one problem. What's the problem? I say, Gus, I don't have the resources. You know, you have the resources. People have resources. I have no resources, man. And it's not about having resources. It's about being resourceful. You guys understand the difference? Say yeah. It's about being resourceful. It's about putting things together, skills, knowledge, people, even money, time, creating opportunity. That's how we become resourceful. Right? So if there's ever a time for change, if there was ever a time to be resourceful, if there was ever a time to step up and take personal responsibility, if there was ever a time to unleash your DNA, if there was ever a time to discover the power inside you, the time is now. Take it, own it, and make it happen. Because to me, there are two kinds of people in these challenging times. Two kinds. One kind, people who absolutely fail or barely make it. To me, that's one category. And then there's this other kind, man. There's this other kind that excels, that achieves, that goes out and makes things happen. Which one are you going to be?
Make it happen.
Which one are you going to be? It depends upon yourselves, right? It's your choice. What is your mindset going to be? What is your strategy going to be? And what are your actions going to be?
Big round of applause right here. Big round of applause. I'm not doing that game. What does that game mean?
What do you focus on?
Your mind lives where you want to focus. Just because you focused on blue, it doesn't mean there's any yellow in the room. Correct? Now, a friend of mine last year got laid off from his job. He called me up. He's like, Gus, I got laid off. And he was a VP of a big organization. And he was my neighbor. So I went to his house. I said, Adam, what's wrong? He's like, Gus, and he's in tears. Gus, I got laid off from my job. I don't know what I'm going to do. I said, all right, so what happened? He goes, you know, I had the best office in the building. I said, okay, Adam, so what are you going to do about it? And then they paid my schooling. Okay, Adam, what are you going to do about it? I did all the work in the company. They gave me all the work. Okay, so what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Where is he focusing on? The problem. People love sympathy. He's focusing on the problem. Here's what I said to him. I said, Adam, you finished nagging? He said, nagging? You see I'm in tears? I said, here's what I want you to do. I gave him a piece of paper and a pen. I said, Adam, I want you to write 5 things of why it's so amazing that you got fired. I said, are you crazy? 5 things. Right here. Go, I'll be back in 2 minutes. I left and I came back and he had 7 things. I'm not going to tell you what they are. They're in the book. But
I'm going to tell you a small story about dreaming. Yeah, you can talk about dreaming. But not the conscious dreaming, the unconscious dreaming. Yeah? Don't you hate it, first of all, when you're sleeping, right? And you're dreaming. And you're having this really, really nice dream. And right before it gets really, really good, you wake up, exactly. Don't you hate that? I hate that. The other day, I was sleeping, I was dreaming. I was in the swimming pool with Angelina Jolie. Okay? I was on one end of the pool, Angelina was at the other end of the pool, right? And we're swimming towards each other. It's beautiful. There's music in the background. It's a beautiful dream. And right before we meet, what happens? I never heard that before. I'm not married, but thank you. So right before we meet, I wake up, right? I'm thinking, oh no, I gotta get sleep and you get the same dream, but you get this illusion of a different dream? Yeah? So I get back to sleep, so I'm thinking, okay, good. Oh, I'm back in the swimming pool again. All right. I look around for Angelina and I can't find her. And beside me, there's Queen Elizabeth in a bikini going like this. I'm like, get out of here. Where's Angelina? No, but dream. Not about Angelina.